Hey, I'm Plus Infinite, and today I'm going to be going over some Super Quant Purrely test hands. Let's check it out. If you haven't seen my updated Super Quant Purrely deck profile yet, then you should check it out here. For now, let's have some fun. Alright, let's do some test hands. I've shuffled up the deck a little bit already, but just to prove to you, and then I'm going to shuffle up a little bit more here. Since both these decks have many different 2-card combos, it's not that uncommon to have enough cards to make both boss monsters within your opening hand. However, because both themes require you to discard, you'll have to choose carefully which cards you discard and be very conscious of your card economy. Okay, let's do our first hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, one too many. Let's see what we get. Okay, not bad, not bad. I kind of like this hand. We've got a 2-card Magnus right there. And for discard fodder, we've got our Dangers. And we've even got Purrely here, or Purrely. But generally, you want to see that in the deck. So it's almost like a brick, but we'll see where it goes. So here's what I'm going to do to start off with. Even though most people aren't playing Droll, right now, with the hand I have, I'll say E-Telly in the draw phase. Depending on the hand, sometimes you want to save the E-Telly because it's a great extender, especially if you start with the Purrely stuff and your opponent decides to stop that, then you can E-Telly as an extender. Like, let's say these are 3 Purrely cards, I'd activate those first and try and start doing the Purrely stuff to see if my opponent stops it. Then I'd save these as a 2-card Magnus later on. So we'll E-Telly for blue. Blue gets us a field spell. We already have the field spell, so we'll go for ELPHNT, actually. That's what we'll do. And I'm actually going to go for white because discarding white off the field spell will give us the ELPHNT without ever having to send the white later. So, no. Actually. Yeah, we'll get ELPHNT. We will get ELPHNT. E-Telly's in the grave. I will play the field spell. I'll normal summon ELPHNT and then activate ELPHNT's effect, tributing for cost to reveal 3 different Super Quant cards. White, red, and green, since we already got the blue. We'll shuffle up and randomly summon one of them. Alright, for randomness, I'm just going to roll a die here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll it into frame, please. Thank you. 5, 6 will be this one. And it's green this time. We have no Super Quants in our hand, so its effect won't matter. But we'll get red and white's effect. So red will summon back white, targeting as Chainlink 1, and white will grab back ELPHNT as Chainlink 2, grabbing it from the grave, leaving one in our deck for later. So white will resolve, red will resolve, and we've got 3 Super Quants on field. We've also got lots of cards in our hand. So both Tsuchinoko and Nessie can overlay with the 2 Super Quants that are out on the field right now, and none of these cards in my hand are valuable. So knowing that they'll either summon or discard themselves and get a draw, and I'll plus that way anyways, what I think I'm going to do here is I am actually going to try and trigger one of these effects to draw. I'm going to activate Nessie's effect here, or actually no, Tsuchinoko's effect here. And if it gets discarded, I get summoned back, so no loss there. And if it discards itself or Nessie, no problem. So let's shuffle up here. I've got 4 cards in my hand. All right, and then let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6 reroll. 1. Okay, no problem. So the Tsuchinoko discarded the Nessie. That means that we will summon the Tsuchinoko and get a draw. Ooh, look at that. And then we will go Nessie effect to grab another danger to our hand. In this case, it will be Tsuchinoko, not Tsuchinoko, Jackalope. It's on the top. Whoops. All right. Well, with Jackalope in our hand, we don't want to activate it again because normally we would summon another Nessie from the deck, but we only play the one right now. So I'm actually just going to use it as discard fodder, even though it won't get its effect. So first we'll overlay the blue to make the blue mech. Then we'll discard the Jackalope to make the green mech. Then we will discard ELPHNT to target the white and make the white mech. Now look what we can do. We can send the field spell and combine all these guys into a 7 material Magnus. So that means that the Droll effect is active, so no adding from deck to hand by card effects or withdrawing by card effects. And also he's unaffected by card effects. And he has the non-target shuffle once per turn by detaching in the main phase. And look, we drew into a lucky My Friend Purrely. How cool is that? Let's actually continue here by playing My Friend Purrely, paying the cost and revealing, and seeing what we can get. So I want Delicious as an option. Sleepy and Sleepy will also be good. Let's see here. So we'll shuffle up. And then let's roll randomly again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll into frame, please. Thank you. 1. All right, so we'll say 1. It's Delicious. Awesome. All right. Sleepy's honestly a more guaranteed more, but that's okay. We'll go activate Delicious, pitch the only remaining card in our hand, which is the other Lily, to summon the Lily that's left in our deck. And there is a Lily left in our deck somewhere. Oh, there it is. That beautiful ultimate rare. I'm so lucky, so fortunate, and so thankful to have 2 of them. So now that Delicious is in the grave and Lily is on the field, Lily actually needs to get its effect to grab a non-quick play Purrely card to our hand. That'll be Leap. And then we can activate Lily's other effect, targeting the Delicious to Xyz into Plump. Now let's take a look at our grave. We actually happen to have 2 spells that we can attach with Plump using its effect. Then we can set the Leap, pass our turn, and then in standby phase, we don't get a draw because we don't have Sleepy Memory. But we do have the ability to leap into Noir. And Noir will have 5 materials. So it's unaffected by activated effects, alongside Magnus, who is unaffected by all card effects except Super Quant cards. And if my opponent decides or manages somehow to make it past this board, next turn, even though Noir is going to go back at the end of my next turn, I can overlay Zeus on top. And Zeus is great alongside Magnus because unlike Zeus next to Noir, Zeus, when it activates, will not destroy Magnus because Magnus is unaffected by card effects in general other than Super Quant cards. So Magnus will never be sent off of Zeus's effect. Alternatively, you know, when you have Noir and Zeus, it doesn't really work out because Noir is only unaffected by the activated effects of your opponent. So Zeus will actually send Noir. So this is my ultimate board right there. End on 7 material Magnus, 5 material Noir, and next turn go into Zeus, try and stop. Let's go for another hand. Okay, let me break down what just happened there. The 2-card Magnus combo usually requires 2 discards out of your hand. And even if the final card was the lucky My Friend Purrely that we drew off of the dangers, it still wouldn't have been enough because the memory that we get would require 1 discard. So because Nessie gave us a +1, and Tsuchinoko gave us the lucky draw in the first place, we had just enough cards to make both boss monsters. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, Shadows, Light, E-Telly. I love this. Okay. All right, we still drew Pure Lily. You want to see it in the deck, not in the hand. That's okay. I still have 1 more in the deck. That's fine. We can do it. Okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. I'll show you how this works. So, we've got Magnus right here. This is Magnus. This plus some discards is Magnus. This gets us to ELPHNT, so alternatively, this is Magnus. All we have to do is normal summon Pure Lily, and then this is Magnus right there. So let's try that. Let's actually skip the draw phase, even though we could activate this in draw. I want to hold it, and then see where we're at. Again, my, draw is not really a common thing. You know, it's not like it was in this, in the format where Super Heavy was going to be relevant, not anymore. So we'll go to main phase. We'll normal summon Pure Lily. Now, actually, it would be smart to play the straight Purely Street since we have it, but I want the card in my hand. And if my opponent stops this, I don't care because I'm going to go into Magnus off of these cards alone. So go right ahead. If they imperm or target or something else, that's fine. Cut off that line. I don't care. I'm going to get to Magnus and I'm going to have a great day. If they don't, then we're going to have a ourselves some fun. Let's say my friend Purrely off of Lily's effect. We'll grab that to our hand, and then we can activate that. These are all these are extenders, so we don't want our opponent to know that we have these, not right now at least. I'll activate my friend Purrely, pay the 500. We'll reveal Sleepy, Delicious, and Sleepy. Okay, it's probably gonna be Sleepy. If I get Delicious again, you guys are gonna think I'm cheating. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's Delicious, but let's see. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, Sleepy. Yeah, is this Delicious? Yeah, it is. All right, so Sleepy, and then the other two go to our deck. Sleepy goes to our hand. Now, we have a choice here. We can Sleepy discarding white, or we can keep the white in our hand. There's really not much point keeping the white in our hand, so let's do that. Let's Sleepy, discarding the white, and then we'll summon from our deck the other Purrely. All right. Now, white will grab ELPHNT from our deck to our hand. Oh, sorry. Chain Link 1, Purrely. Chain Link 2, white, grabbing ELPHNT. So white resolves first and removes one more card from our deck. And if we get lucky off of Purrely, we'll get an extra memory to our hand. That'd be great, because then we can guaranteed make Noir. So I have to hope for the best with this Purrely. I feel like one more shuffle will do it. Here, let's do this. All right, let's do a nice cut. Okay. Top 3, please be a Purrely card. Yes! All right, guys, I'm showing you the best possible scenario. So, disclaimer, this is not how it always goes. But so we got lucky. We got an extra Purrely memory. What that means is we can add this to the little Noir and then set the trap and make a guaranteed X Purrely Noir. That's going to be fantastic. Before we do that, though, however, I'm going to activate Shadow's Light. And Shadow's Light is going to target the Dark Purrely level 1 Fairy and special summon from our deck ELPHNT. Now, ELPHNT here, we have one in our hand, but summons one from the deck, and then we can also additional summon the other ELPHNT by banishing the Shadow's Light later if we would like. So this is going to be great. This is super awesome. We already used our normal, and we specialed into ELPHNT, so that's fantastic. All right, ELPHNT here. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Activate E-Telly. We'll go blue. Blue effect. We'll grab the field spell. And because we have a Purrely on field that we don't currently like being on our field, watch this. Activate ELPHNT effect, target blue, make all level 3, overlay for the blue mech. Then we can tribute ELPHNT using its effect, revealing 3 super quants that are not blue. That'll be red, green, and white. All right, now it doesn't matter which one gets summoned here. If you've watched my combo video, you'll know that at this point, Magnus is guaranteed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll say 3, 4, which is the middle. That's green, no problem. Green could actually summon the ELPHNT without us even having to banish the Shadow's Light. How crazy is that? But ELPHNT being summoned right now is not relevant because there's no point in ELPHNT being on the field unless we're going to overlay or something like that. So I'm actually just going to keep it in hand as discard fodder and not activate green's effect. However, red and white here, we've already got white's grave effect, so just red will be activated to summon back the white. Now we're going to activate the field spell. And we have 2 cards we need to discard. 1 for green, and then 1 for white to make the 3rd mech. Then we can send a field spell, target all 3 on field, and make Magnus, overlaying all materials for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 material Magnus. And then now guess what? Purrely will target the Sleepy memory in grave to go into our new friend, Purrely Noir. Now, Purrely Noir can get a discard and then double bounce, but since we're going first, let's do this. I'll activate Pretty Memory and then chain its effect to attach. We'll both gain 1,000 life points, so at 9-9 right now. 9,000, 9,000. And then we'll chain Purrely Noir. Well, we're not chained. We already chained. We'll activate Purrely Noir's effect to set the Pure Leap from the deck. Then we'll pass to our opponent. And in the standby phase, we will activate Purrely Noir's effect, giving us 1 draw. And then we will activate Pure Leap, targeting Noir, to go into the big Noir with 4 materials and activate its effect from Sleepy Memory to get a 2nd draw. Look at that. All right, so this one is slightly, not as good as the last time because this Noir only has 4 materials, so it's not unaffected by activated effects. But that's still 2 bottom decks, a non-target shuffle, and unaffected by card effects, plus the droll or mistake effect of not being able to add cards or draw cards off of card effects. Plus I have 2 cards in hand, both for follow-up next turn. In that hand, we got to see exactly how I intend to play this deck. We started off looking desperate, normal summoning Pure Lily. Let's say our opponent uses something like Ash or Imperm to stop us, thinking they've stopped our entire line of play. Then we 2-card combo into the best boss monster in the game. Not only that, but with a hand like that, we probably could have played through an additional interruption. Let's say they Imperm the Pure Lily, and we use Shadow's Light. They Ash it. Now, I can use E-Telly and White Layer to get into the field spell and ELPHNT. Then I banish Shadow's Light, additional normal summon the ELPHNT, and make Magnus anyways. Okay, round 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, do I need to say that this hand is broken? Okay, you're not always going to get hands like this, but let me just show you how good this is. This is literally 2-card Magnus, and this is probably going to get us into a Noir. All right, we'll go draw phase. I'll activate Delicious Memory Pitching, the green layer, which I don't need, to get Pure Lily. Pure Lily effect we'll get, since we have my friend, we'll get the leap, just in case. Then we'll go to main, standby and main. We'll activate my friend and pay the cost, revealing. Well, shoot, we've got Delicious Engrave. Honestly, what else do we really need? We'll go Sleepy Sleepy Pretty. I like Pretty because you can attach under Noir. You can take a monster and make Noir have more materials, which I like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's 3, so it'll be the middle. Sending the other 2 back. Then we can activate Lily's effect to target the Delicious. Go into Plump. We can activate Sleepy Memory here, and then attach off of Plump. Now, our opponent probably thinks that's the end of our plays. They might have stopped this line at some point, but it's okay, because we're going to go E-Telly, and we're going to extend into Magnus here. Blue layer effect will get us into the field spell, and then we can activate the field spell, and then we'll activate normal summon ELPHNT here, activate ELPHNT's effect tributing, revealing 3 super quants that are not blue. White, red, and... Oh, green's not in our deck? Oh, yeah, we discarded it. Okay, green's in the gray. That's totally fine. You need 3 different names, so this is why ELPHNT in the deck is very important here. You don't want all the ELPHNTs out of your deck, because sometimes you need to use ELPHNT as a substitute to trigger ELPHNT's effect. Otherwise, it's not a valid activation. So we'll shuffle up blue, white, red, and ELPHNT, and we'll randomly summon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's going to be 2, which is the first one. That's red, sending the other 2. Okay, Chainlink 1 red will target the white to add back. Chainlink 2 white will grab ELPHNT from our grave back to our hand. Now we can pitch, target the red, and we can activate to summon white by sending red, and then triggering red's grave effect to special summon back green. We'll also want to activate white's effect because we don't have enough cards in our hand to get to Magnus without 1 more card. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate white's effect, sending another blue, so that it can overlay with the blue, and I don't need that other discard. So sending the blue will also trigger the blue, so I can shuffle back ELPHNT, red, and blue into the deck. So we still have an ELPHNT live in the deck, and we still have red and blue and white in the deck. All right, now, since this is a level 3, I can overlay. And that's White's effect, by the way. It foolishes another super Quant copies this level and attribute. So we'll overlay the 2 level 3s. We can pitch the leap and target the green, make the green mech, send the field spell, and then target the green, blue, and red mechs to make Magnus with 6 materials. All right, now you might be thinking, oh, but we got rid of the leap. What are we going to do? Now we can't make Noir. Watch this. Activate, target 2 spells and traps. 5 materials. Boom. Permanent Noir with 5 materials. Where is that 6? That's 6 materials. 6 materials. Ba-bam. How do you like that? Every hand I've been able to make Magnus and Noir with at least 4 materials. If you can't tell by now, this deck works. That's it for the test hands. Thanks so much for watching to the end of the video. If you like these test hands and you want to see more, please leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, I've been Plus Infinite. Thanks so much for watching, and you have a good rest of your day.
Hello, viewers. It's me, Super Quantum Fairy ELPHNT. You're watching Plus Infinite. Subscribe for more Super Quantum content. Ay, 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 ay.